Well, we'll have to deal with that segment, but welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. You got problems, Tally? You may be short and cute, but there's a lot of drops around here. It's not really an issue for me. But as I was saying, when we last left off, we had knocked out the remainder of those side missions and finally began our DLC drops. Particularly this first one, Project Overlord. Apparently a Geth-based program that Cerberus was in the process of trying to get into. What if they could hook a human into the hive mind and control it? Because obviously a single mind is more than capable of controlling thousands, potentially millions of minds, yeah? Yeah. So apparently it went exactly as you would expect. Skynet is seemingly killing everyone. And now we need to stop it. It's going to require us to do a few hop skips and jumps to a few separate stations, and we know what those are, so now we're just in the process of beginning that journey. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of Tally trying to blow my spine loose, just give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Time of recording is 11:54 a.m. Oh, p.m. a.m. Jesus. Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Wanted to start a little earlier than I actually did, but started around now. Weather's kind of acting a little concerning. So, yeah. 1 second. Okay. Good Lord. Hammerhead. Onward.
Commander, you need to find Vulcan and Prometheus stations and override the lockdown from each facility. Doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer out.
Understood. We'll need to concern ourselves with all of that. Now, here's a thought. The MSV Rosalie, that was a mission you had way back, and it was something I did near the beginning of the game. I went ahead and did it because it wasn't overly dangerous. But the reason why I did it, let me see it. Don't know if it's on this list or not, or if it's the secondary list, or the assignment list. Yeah, I think it's the assignments. So, you did it other than trying to find a particular set of Cerberus doctors as well as Prothean beacons, devices, so on and so forth. You also did it particularly to get the M44 Hammerhead. There it is, Project Firewalker. Yeah. So you did it to get the M44 Hammerhead. Now, if memory serves, Project Rosalie was like free DLC that they dropped with the game. So kind of everybody got it. And the reason why I mention it is because this particular mission requires the M44. We'd never get a Mako in this, and if there's some sort of way to get the M35, I don't know it. There it is, X to zoom in or out, changing cameras. So either you brought yours or they gave you one, I'm assuming.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
Program response activate. Ooh. Ah. E. Phenomenal. Program response ended. What was that? Emir mech. Okay. Now this area has a few things to actually look for. other than the turrets and that was mentioned. There's also a few.
Enemy units nearby.
Got to be real careful with this hammerhead. It hit hard, it's fast, but it's real thin. Already ready to go. There you go. Like I said, it cannot take much. It is not the Mako. It is not the Mako at
You
all.
need to find Vulcan and Prometheus stations and override the lockdown from each facility. Doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer out.
It is a phenomenal view, though. Matter of fact. What? Okay, that was weird. Okay. Had to check something. Had some weird audio hit, so I wanted to be sure I was still getting proper audio for you folks.
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
Hey, now. Love it. Doesn't like corner fighting. So as we go,
Emergency Cerberus data packet has been recovered. It contains information on Project Overlord that other research cells need to review. Alert for more packets in the area. 5 more remain.
there you go. Now, sometimes the last one can be a little hard to find, but I may be misremembering, and that may have been the one that was hard to find. Okay. Right, and then they have one that's a gimme, obviously, so you know what to look for.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 4 more remain.
Yep. You know, completely unrelated, but for some reason, every time I think about this particular mission, this Prometheus station, my brain always goes back to an old it was an old Nickelodeon, I think it was Stop what was that? Stop Animation, I think is what it's called. No, Stop Motion. Tripping. Yeah, so it was what was it? So Prometheus and Bob. Pretty good comedy. Don't know if they still make those for kids. Recommend they check them out if they did. It was interesting. Weird. Funny. All right.
Commander, this is Archer. I advise
Yeah?
extreme caution. Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. They stopped reporting it shortly after the experiment.
Scanning area. Analysis. VI infection is present within plant machinery. Advise caution.
Understood. So this thing can also disrupt comms. I wonder if it's outright disrupting all comms or if it disrupts new channels as we create them. Luckily, it seems not to be in the Mako. And luckily, it seems not to be able to upload itself to the Mako, not Mako, M44 Hammerhead.
Scanning area. Analysis. Vending stations provide adequate velocity to enhance vehicle lift.
Yes, they do. Turtle, eat me alive. Thing is worse than the Ymir mech. Alright, let me give you a minute. There we go. Damn, boy. Did I not give you the full minute necessary? Alright. So, Chad, how have you been? How's your kids? What? Did I come out having taken damage? Excuse me. That was weird. Now, there are other ways to fight these things, but in this space, it's kind of rough. Like I said, there are other ways. It's just kind of rough in this space. I think that's palladium or something. Iridium. Oh, well, excuse me.
Scanning area. Analysis. Debris field provides adequate support for vehicle.
Gonna have ourselves a frog on a hot rock moment. No touchy. No touch.
Thruster velocity is inadequate to clear the wall ahead.
Understood.
Warning. Automated controls are offline. Core systems have been compromised.
Alright. We'll deal with that. I would love to get out of the cover.
This should soften them up.
Okay. What?
Contact.
Having fun over there, huh?
Warning. Pressure levels in valve A3 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required.
Engineer's log. We've registered a huge spike in energy consumption. My technicians traced it to the experiment underway at Atlas Station. We're trying to raise them now.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve A3
Sounds like
have
problems
exceeded
started at
maximum
least potentially in
threshold.
Atlas.
Manual control is required.
Let me see. Prometheus and Vulcan stations. Yeah, Atlas is the last one. So yeah, it sounds like it started in Atlas. Or at least that was where they drew the most attention.
Venting outflow successful.
All right. Love how Shepard got hit with a jump scare. Shepard, did you just jump at the screen? No. You did? No, I didn't. I will send you back to the migrant fleet. All right, back at it. Whoop. Time to pull back. Back it up. Back it up. We're just gonna bag it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Nah, I didn't lose anything. It just stopped me, but I want to say the closer to the center you are, the more you probably get. That's probably how they had that thing based. Yes, Sirski. I'll give it to him. Geothermal power, they seem to have managed to tap geothermal power around here. And as impressive as geothermal power is, I've just never trusted it. It's extremely useful, but geothermal power is load bearing by its very nature. So in my mind, if you screw up with this kind of thing, it's going to trickle down to the actual natural system, and then people are going to die. Oh, okay. But if not, awesome. I legitimately trust that more than I do nuclear power, as crazy as it sounds. Shit. Wouldn't be so bad, but there's a second one up there. On this difficulty, you can take no chances. And it wouldn't be so bad, but I want the loot. Otherwise, to an extent, I could probably avoid them. Or at least ignore them, not necessarily avoid them, but probably avoid them. Or, yeah. Wanted to kind of see over the lip. I think I might have slightly been out of its visual range. Not what I wanted to do. Hey, now. No. That's right. I get the jump on you. You don't get the jump on me. That's not how this works. Apparently, it's how it worked today. Ugh, I hate being stuck in spots like this. It outright feels weird to do. Good Christ. He's hoping still have a use for that. I can't entirely remember, to be honest. Any of you folks ever play Frogger? Alright, folks. Back at it. Good God. I hate being trapped in that thing. It wouldn't be so bad if it was more durable. But it ain't, and on this difficulty, so we ain't.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve D4 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required.
Manual control, activate. Feel bad for you if you was sitting there watching that, or having to get hit with it. Let's see. I mean, it's obvious, but like, let's test it. I wasn't sure if they actually had it as a real obstacle, or if they would even let you get close to it. Someone's upset. I guess that's the pipe section that got knocked down. That was what, a couple tons at least? Jesus.
We've been spotted.
Yep, and that's why. Why now? Okay, I mean, you're there, but like... Okay, yeah, that explains that.
Target contact.
I'm like, let's see if I can get that drone out there. Doesn't like obstacle course fighting. Environmental battle.
Under fire. Malfunction bad.
Never actually used this yet. It's harder than I thought. The shields.
Under fire.
Kind of surprising. Take your place. Don't get to knock off there.
Armor penetration.
Oh, really? There's a reason why I took my eye off of you three, it was so you could do everything else while I dealt with our resident snipers, as it were.
Malfunction bad.
Apparently y'all had other plans
Malfunction bad.
and kept me apprised of nothing.
Taking hits. Target
Right behind
processed.
you.
Good lord. Thanks, team.
Following.
Right.
You know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work, huh? So glad we're so very
it.
good and
Affirmative.
deep with communication amongst the group, huh?
Received an SOS from Atlas Station. Archer has declared a project emergency. We're trying to shut down the power generators to starve the VI, but it's already hacked our automated systems. I'm ordering my people to sabotage the plant any way they can.
Alright, that explains Vulcan Station so far. Not entirely a surprise. Well, actually not a surprise at all, considering that other ship we came across. That other group we came across scuttled the MSV Corsica so that they couldn't spread that virus from those chips. That virus was real interesting, honestly. A virus was created from technology not causing actual programming errors, but an actual virus was created from just random technology that didn't get put together properly, I guess. But this programming may have actually been closer to that of a virus than anything. Oh, okay. Whoa.
Enemy disabled.
Oh, they had shields. That's funny. Huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. And dealt with some of them. Tally. Jesus. I'm hesitant to move if she won't survive escaping.
Acknowledged.
Yep, y'all do like falling for them drones, don't you? I love what y'all do.
Recommended.
Oh. Nothing like a breakdancing mech.
Order received.
With your
Close
shipper.
formation.
I feel like that was a lot funnier than it should have been. So I heard, that's funny. That's real funny. Thought I heard mechs and all it was me switching weapons. Interesting. Impatience. And then surrender. That is.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on.
Kind of feel bad for the mech. Had you not did it, somebody was going to do it anyway. But that's another one of those instances. They made that a renegade choice instead of just dealing with a mech. I always found it a little weird But the way the mech came over there, it's almost like the mech was like looking for instructions, regular standard mech instructions like it normally would without being taken over by the VI, especially since how the VI seems to have left it. So it's probably over there for like maintenance among other things, but hard to say. Successfully issued override command from Vulcan Station. 9,000 credits and 2,000 iridium. Alright, so Vulcan Station's dealt with. And we don't actually have to go back. We're back at the original area.
Piece of work. Vulcan Station was a success. You still need to go to Prometheus Station and override the lockdown from there. Good luck.
Alright. They remind me of those one creatures from the first Mass Effect game. Pretty tall considering the height of the Hammerhead. Now, if I remember right, yep, nope. I'd like to think that there's something behind that waterfall, but it rarely is in games. Same time, always check. For every instance that it's rare that it is, it's quite a few instances that it's normal. And that's just the way it is. It's just that waterfall looked like it should have something to it. It don't. Already checked before, but yeah. Alright, looks like we've got a bit of dancing to do again. Or will we not need to concern ourselves at least this much this time? Look at how little health that does to the armor. And that has nothing to do with range. It has everything to do with this difficulty. Should be gone by this point. I don't know what's up. I honestly think I can hit this thing harder from the ground. But the MSV is a vehicle, constant rapid fire, and it's all missiles. Okay. Guess it just let me lock on to the base still for a while. Not used to that.
3 more remain.
Yep. There's... Judging by where we're at, I don't know, never mind. I was gonna say that river that we saw in that other scene should angle around here if it follows the pattern, but no. That is south of us. Southeast of us. Because it was going along the, more of a path from the bottom right to the top left. Based on where we are right now.
Enemy units nearby.
Hey now. There we go. I'm like, do not get stuck on the environment. Now of all moments. All right. Yeah, I had to do that to get this one. Okay.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 2 more remain.
That's not a Mako. I don't know what that is, but it is useful, but we ain't got the keys and all that, and hard to say what state it's in and all that. That's funny. Oh, okay, so no idea why I got this notification now, folks, but for some reason I just got notified that apparently Cooking with Kaya broke up. There was no way that wasn't gonna end up that way. Not exactly happy for it, but she set herself up. How you gonna talk about being loyal, cooking, and shaking ass in the same video? Good luck with that. Ooh. Shit. Now again, I don't have to collect these packets. I just like to. Oh wait, this goes to Prometheus, doesn't it? Straight to Prometheus? See, now here's where things get a little frustrating sometimes, because this 6th packet is not at Prometheus. It's still, they're all in this area, but I don't know. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm concerned with. I have to come back, but I don't know exactly where that last one is. I have to check as we go back. Weird, I feel like that's old news or something. I don't know why I would get a notification like that now. Oh yeah, not to mention the whole talk about constantly stealing females as men. That wasn't gonna go well.
Commander Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines used in our experiment. Our people there have gone silent. It's likely the VI has activated the defense shields to keep you out. Good luck.
Oh, there goes Conrad. Look at the size of that. That has to be, what, 1,000+ units on board? Alright.
Scanning area. Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield.
Yep.
Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon.
Notice the gun changing position. Needed to drop them shields. Now I could destroy these, but why do that? Boom!
Warning, Geth cannon is
I'll let you do the job for me.
Recommend evasive maneuvers.
You know it. Let's go. Whoa! The shield does damage. I forgot that.
We are being targeted. Warning, Geth cannon is locking on our location.
I never feel like I accelerate fast enough in this thing. I do, but I never feel like I do. Don't don't you have a faster turning radius?
Warning, we are being targeted.
One must rise above the splash damage.
Disabled. You may now target the Get cannon.
Yes, sir. Did you get faster without your shields, bro? I'm not even playing. Like, good God.
Recommend evasive maneuvers. No further threats detected. Entry into the ship is now clear.
Cool. Yeah, but I figure that's why, because it was so ambiguous and it was weird with how they did Paragon and Renegade choices in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Because them existing was cool, but how they did it was weird.
Looks
But
like
I'm
we're
assuming
clear.
that's why they changed it for Mass Effect Andromeda. So. And yes, of course, Andromeda will be added, as well as 5 once they finally release it.
This Cerberus facility contains positive AI technology. You
Yep.
agree to assume all liability for personal injuries or death that may occur during your visit. Thank you.
So if I walk through these doors, I've effectively signed the waiver. Oh, I'd say I'm surprised that Cerberus functions like that, but then I'd be lying, wouldn't I? Well, I'm obviously gonna need to kill you on the way out. Legiones, Talius, let us away.
Around all these dormant machines is creepy. It's like
Yeah.
death staring at us from the shadows. I'd rather work at Vulcan Station.
So far, you kind of sound like one of the smart ones. Because you don't know what these things... If what I said last night is accurate and you're asking me to please make it stop, I will if I can. Yeah, if nothing else, here's hoping they weren't able to somehow record your information and passcodes, secrets, all of that, and use them against you. Oh, Fred, about that bad knee you've had since high school. Oh. A bad knee since high school. Program updated. Weakness added to target profile.
Lanigan just ran a simulation. If these kids
Yeah.
ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Lanigan.
Lanigan is officially my favorite. He's the type that'll actually do the numbers and won't run from the reality so far. At least from what we've seen just from this little tidbit. You done, yeah. People like that tend not to like people who speak truth like that. And I can respect the fact that it tends to be painful, but I mean, it being painful ain't gonna stop you from getting murked in 2 minutes by however many Geth are on board this ship. Oh, you're hurting me in directions and keeping me away from others. Understood. Understood. Alright. I'm like getting stuck on a section of invisible wall next to an actual wall.
Halloween was yesterday. Lanigan ran around wearing spare Geth parts.
That's when you're asking to get shot. Period.
Spooked the shit out of everyone. Now I definitely hate him.
Now, I hate him too. It's like those people who sort of a bad like comparison, but it's like those people who dress like zombies on Halloween, and then a real zombie outbreak happens, and it's like, come on, man, calm down. You're drunk. Nope, I'm dead, and you're about to join me. Or like those people who fake dead or fake like getting hit by a car or something. I can see the funny, but then you see the horror on the face of the person you just did that to, and you realize you just took 10 years from them people. Huh. Well, that's a coolant leak. Okay. Nothing like moving through a ghost ship where all of the ghosts are still on board and active. Wait a minute. Ah, okay. It couldn't be me. I got no. Every unit I come across is getting blown up, or you don't have me working here. I'm working at one of the other stations, and that's if I'm dumb enough to deal with all of this anyway.
The VI is closing some passages and leaving others open. It's like it's hurting us. At least the Geth's still dormant.
Is that what that is, stupid? At least the Geth are still dormant, but the AI is directing us to places it wants us to go, not where we want to go. Wonder what kind of problems that's gonna cause, Again, do I need to destroy those cameras? No, I just don't like being eyeballed constantly.
To all Cerberus personnel, in an effort to reduce workplace stress, music has been approved for station-wide broadcast.
Cool. Nothing like a speedy, slow, sort of sickening kind of tune to really get the blood pumping.
Yes. Order received.
All right.
Got it.
I guess y'all ain't
With you,
going over there.
Shepard.
Following
Cool.
path.
Don't really need them over there. I just wanted them over there.
Analysis. The objective is located on the far side of this impasse.
Understood. All right. See now which is which. Oh, hum. All right, children. Let's get her going. Let's get her done. All right, paper.
Override of Atlas Station lockdown accepted.
Atlas is officially accessible. And it's time to go pew pew with my
And
lasers.
there's the catch. I knew this was too easy. Come on, let's move.
Hostile Geth activity detected. Armed response is authorized. Cerberus
But why,
reminds
though?
all personnel that this emergency is now classified information.
You're all about to die, but keep it to yourself.
Disclosure to outside parties is a violation of your confidentiality agreement.
Boy.
Geth nodes 7 through 14 are now active. Emergency action required.
If memory serves, Legion explained that each node could house thousands. Oh, God. We're gonna die to an elevator soundtrack. Okay. And that warp hit hard when I needed to. And I needed to all the time. Let's go, folks. Holy moly, don't hit shot. No, you don't. Stay there. Stay
Order
over there.
received.
Target acquired.
What? They made me use my warp even though I couldn't use my warp. That was weird. Jesus.
Got one.
Well, never mind. Handle it then, Tally. Got a girl.
Right behind you.
Order received.
Yeah, we'll see.
Close formation.
This is
Whoa.
detected in nodes 1 through 6.
Do you see why I like my maximum barrier and nothing else? Nothing like a rocket to the face to feel alive again.
I'll take them.
Targeting order process.
Literally, they crashed, and it's like they didn't miss a beat. They're completely intact.
Target contact.
The guests could have turned this place into an incursion point.
Acknowledged.
Be gone.
Leave the shields to me.
I actually wanted you to leave his shields to you, not that one. God, I hate being out here to switch shoulders.
Evacuate has been declared.
Game.
This ship is now quarantined.
I'm trying to remember how I solved this. Bro, what? And it wouldn't be so bad, but when I run, it sprints me ahead. And that is very not cool. I hate that this is a thing. And it's only a thing in this one. Thank God.
Watch your right. Combat drone ready.
Contact. Tracking target.
How y'all like that? How y'all like that arc projector?
One down.
Great job.
Oh God, I thought it had locked me down again. Twas worried. Forcing me to face one direction while being able to look in all the others, but not really function in all the others. Like Jesus. I need ammo bad. I haven't seen any anywhere. Huh? Speak of the devil. $182 for the Locust. Good. So not every unit was brought back. Some were destroyed. You think there would have been more that were, but hey, didn't have to be.
Warning. Get neural activity increasing. Please isolate machines immediately.
Well, that one might actually get up, following that logic.
Switching to red.
So, I don't know.
Acknowledged. Attacking target. Target. Contact.
Legion, you want to go over there and what? You trying to meet up with your girlfriend or something? What's up? I saw him. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Targeting order processed.
Can do. I'm here.
Order received.
Whoa, literally
Got one.
got up to take one to the face. That is hilarity, man.
On it.
Yeah.
The amount of comedy in gaming sometimes, especially during serious moments. And then they left that one there just in case you needed it on your way out. That healing pod.
Emergency action required.
I mean, yeah, y'all gonna have to handle that. We gotta go.
Combat drone ready.
Hostile engaged.
Watch out. Drop. Fight drone.
I love that she does that. I really do.
Targeting
So
order
simple, but
processed.
like just a nice little touch, you know.
Man.
One of the few players and engineers you have to deal with that sometimes. Releasing, that's not my drone over there, folks. Yeah, we go. Be on the lookout. Be aware. Oh, not here. Gotcha. I know that sound.
Order received.
I'm here.
Hostile.
Y'all just saw that, right?
With separate commander.
Shield to fail.
Affirmative.
I'll capture shield. Target. Quieter.
Distance shot effective.
Alright.
process. Second target.
Alright. Oh god. Stuck again. Luckily I'm done with Prometheus Station. Alright. You know, I think about it. This DLC might not be as long as I thought. I might actually be finishing this episode. We'll see. Successfully issued override command from Prometheus Station. Prepare. 6,900 credits and 1,200 platinum.
Commander, you've done it. The lockdown has been cancelled. You can now breach Atlas Station and end this nightmare. You'll need to find the main server room there to shut down the VI experiment. Good luck.
Wow, I don't think I ever noticed that. That is a tree root. Or a tree, like, Jesus. Not tree root, but wow.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
Indeed. Requisite note taking having taken place. One second. Okay. Weird. Very weird. Okay, so before we do that, I want to look around a bit. That shouldn't take long. It's just a matter of wanting to find that last packet. Whoa, sorry about that. Weird. 'Cause I'm trying to figure out, like, I was over here obviously, but I don't remember if there's like a pathway. No, it don't look like it. Pretty cool little scenery. Okay, so it's not around this area. So let me go back to the beginning. It'll give me the best sort of read on what I'm doing. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this is the beginning. Have I not gone that way?
Hostile activity detected.
Apparently not. Gotta be careful this hammerhead. When you use it, it pushes you back when you fire its weapons. That's why you constantly see me move, other than just the like kinetic force of the blast itself. In that corner, homie. Love it. I ain't got nothing for you. Let's push it. We gotta go. Gotta go. So is it here? Since this was, yeah, since it was defended.
Another Cerberus data packet has
Could have
been
knocked it out
recovered.
at the beginning.
All data packets have been recovered.
Yeah, and we're groovy. That's all I needed. On to Atlas. The final journey. Where we can put this madness to an end. Dear Dr. Archer, stupid is as stupid does, sir. Would you like some more? And now we're back here. We were over here a little bit ago. Picked up that other packet. I think it was a packet or it was something. But either way. Sorry about that. Once more into the breach. Once more into the dark. Oh boy. Whoa, sorry about that. Ew. We're just out of nowhere.
Looks like you're in, Commander. Good.
Yeah.
I'm getting some troubling readings here, though. The VI is trying to upload its program directly from your location. Get to the server room and shut down the core before it can...
Directly from my location via what? Excuse me. Was it already doing it, or did the hammerhead just make it easier? Is it trying to upload to our suits? Is it trying to upload to Legion? What are we dealing with here?
Archer log 155.2. For years, my brother's condition has been a handicap. That changed today. His autistic mind is the breakthrough I've been looking for. He can communicate with the Geth. Such a tremendous grasp of mathematics. It seems serendipity is alive and well in the 22nd century.
Very interesting. So his brother's autistic, and I've heard stuff like that. Autistic I think I'm about to mention this. Autistic individuals being hyper focused to the point of it being actually a problem. But they've also found that you can hire autistic people for certain jobs, and they're kind of perfect for it because they're kind of obsessive. Doing a bit of reading. Autism, known clinically as autism spectrum disorder, neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by differences and difficulties in social communication and interaction, a need for predictability. Sensory processing differences, focused interest, and repetitive behaviors such as stimming. It's the predictability aspect that stuck out to me, and math in and of itself is always predictable. It's one of those the math don't lie, people do kind of thing. So it's like, well, but the math was wrong. Was the math wrong, or did somebody input the math wrong? Because the math looks like it's mathing because of how they put it in. They just might not have used the right math. Okay. I kind of feel bad for whoever that was. He, Oh, damn. Came for lunch and ended up dinner. Classic. What? Never mind. I ain't even registered that the first time. Well, they managed to put in some of that work before they went down. Left. Shit, I thought it was gonna be the one in front.
Archer log 157.8. And as he sees results, the elusive man is shutting us down next week. I have no choice. I'm going to tap David directly into the Geth neural network and see if he can influence them. The danger should
And
be
there it is.
negligible. David might even enjoy it.
And there it is. The elusive man is trying to determine whether or not we're still viable. So naturally, it's time to hurry up. Let's not just show him what we've got currently. But one assumes that wasn't enough. Still, it begs questions. Why did he let it get this far if he didn't feel like this was enough? Expensive, sure, but it doesn't change my question. Why let it get this far and then just stop it? Did you see something, or did you believe it was outright pointless? Needed you. Always do.
Arriving at level 2. Arriving at level 4. Arriving at level 6. System malfunction.
Uh-huh.
Arriving
Okay.
at level 2. Arriving at level 4. Arriving at level 6. Arriving at level 3.
Yeah.
Arriving at level 5.
Combat drone away.
Arriving at level 7.
With Separate
I'm
Commander.
here.
We'll see. At this rate.
Taking cover.
Oh.
Automated flight weapon rail. Shield failed.
Focus on the prime. Focus on the prime.
Under fire.
Nope.
Following.
On it.
Finish him. Fatality.
I'm here.
Acknowledged.
You know, it's interesting. I've thought about adding the occasional fighting game. I mentioned Absolver, but that's not what I'm talking about. Absolver, Sifu, stuff like that. I mean, like Mortal Kombat, Tekken. I don't know if it's something you folks want to see one way or the other.
Arriving at level 6.
Bye now.
Please contact facility support.
Barrier's up. I'm dealing with that.
Elevator is not in service. Please choose another. Smoke detected. Please extinguish all cigarettes. Please do not
Impressive. That took almost all my shield strength, despite the fact of double the barrier.
I'd be lying if I said no harm could come to David. His autistic mind is as alien to me as an actual alien. Anything could happen when we plug him in. But I have to try, don't I?
Do you? Damn, boy. I get it. Science brooks no fear. But science does require temperance, sense, and a healthy respect. You at least have the first one. The second two, not so much. Wow. Wow, it did me like it's the first time I've actually went past that. It did not give me any of those choices until then. That is not cool. I've never went past, so it's like legitimately I've never seen myself lose money, so I didn't know how it was going to look. Your flashlight is active. That's and it blinks. And it blinks. Not gets brighter or not. It actually blinks. I saw that a minute ago. You ain't slick. I'm dealing with that. And they dropping ammo. No, you didn't.
This might be useful.
Decelerator offline. Serious injury may occur.
Yeah, we dealt with that. All right. You know, you have to wonder if escape rooms exist in the Mass Effect universe. Oh, they can do some stuff. All right. VI server.
Get ready. I wouldn't be surprised if this button summoned a Reaper.
You and me both. Wow. Got my own people looking like holograms. Am I even in control? Alright. Not gonna lie, y'all should have stayed closer. I get you were probably freaking out, but so now the question is this. Am I seeing all this because of the tech, or am I seeing all this because I have cybernetic implants? Yes, sir. I understood. Stop myself for a second. I had to remind myself this is not the Division. You cannot run and reload at the same time. Death by proximity.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
Time on this project is running out. There are no options left. How to get the guests' attention.
The robot says hello.
Eureka, David. You're a miracle worker.
Yep, impressive. He was able to do it, which I expect, honestly. Oh, in an observation chamber with corpses everywhere. Kind of. Probably thought they were safe in there. I wouldn't have. I would guess.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
David, can you repeat my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Square root of 918.09 is 30.3.
David, please pay attention.
Loud. It's getting loud in here.
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. Would you mind repeating my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Log 137.3. The experiment yielded no discernible patterns of Geth obedience. End dictation now, David. Hell, the elusive man will have my head for this.
Thank you. And how are you feeling today?
Square root of 924.16 is 30.4. Earplugs would be good.
I don't know about the you didn't deserve that. I don't exactly see something you did as wrong, but with his mind being the way it is, you may have no choice but to protract how you say standard things because it may come off as insulting. So, yeah, I don't think you messed up, but being he's autistic, I can understand there might be certain necessities. I'm not used to dealing with autism, so I couldn't say.
David, I want you to order the Geth to take a step forward.
How does he do it?
David is a mathematical savant. His autistic mind can interpret the Geth language at its most basic form and mimic their phonetics, with his photographic memory cross-referencing the meaning as a snap. He's literally a human computer.
And you think he can interface with the Geth's neural network?
I do.
Is that even safe, Doctor?
I see no harm in finding out.
Wow. I can see the thought process behind most of this, but you see no harm in finding out? Really, dude? Okay. Okay. Bang, zoom. Straight to the moon. I'm fine with that to an extent. But wait, do I have to do all of the... Nope, I don't. Irritating. Ah, I didn't think about that. Forgot about that. Could have used it, probably could have blew him up from that node. I wouldn't have moved in on me, but then I'm smart. What?
Square root of 906.01
Oh, God.
is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
Oh yeah, I do have to do all of it.
Thursday's experiment.
Square root of 918.09 is 30.3.
Oh crap.
David, please.
I was hoping I could go back out of it.
It's getting
Or
loud
like
in here.
finish it kind of thing.
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that.
Huh.
Would you mind repeating my notes from Thursday's experiment?
It's a solid window now.
37.3. The experiment yielded no discernible patterns of Geth obedience. End dictation now, David. Hell, the elusive man will have my head for this.
Thank you. And how are you feeling today?
Square root of 924.16 is 30.4. Earplugs would be good.
I'll take that as your way of saying earplugs will be good.
David, I want you to order the Geth to take a step forward.
How does he do it?
Never knew they were there.
He is a mathematical savant. His autistic mind can interpret the Geth language at its most basic form and mimic their phonetics. With his photographic memory, cross-referencing the meaning as a snap, he's literally a human computer.
And you think he can interface with the Geth's neural network?
I do.
Is that even
Now, where
safe,
was it?
Doctor?
I see no harm in finding out.
Yeah. So it was just the power cell. I thought it was something else. Alright. I tend to like to get ammo on its own first, because I think if you take it from the power cell, it'll split the difference between how much power ammo it gives you back, and I want all my power ammo back, much as possible. I always do. Huh. A lot more ammo than I would have preferred. Alright, I'll take 1,500 for free.
Warning. Elevator exceeds maximum weight capacity.
$658. I need to be sure my barrier's up. It doesn't look like it. Shit. Okay. Well, at least it wasn't a Geth Prime. Guess I could have used my power weapon here. They expected me to. That's funny.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
We're ready. Open a connection to the Geth network.
I forgot to do that earlier.
David, no! Tell the Geths to stand down!
Quiet, please make it stop!
Node acquired. Normandy Epsilon 2 is within range.
No, you won't.
Establish upload link.
Ah.
Pull the plug! Tell Vulcan Station to cut all power!
It's too late. We've lost control.
Attempting to establish upload link. Connection lost.
Wait. What?
Communications link is established.
Oh, so that was a spawn point for y'all. Yeah, so basically I shoot the node to buy myself time till I destroy it. Okay, David. If you stop, he can take you out of this area. I'm sure you love that. I'm assuming he's still trying for the Normandy. It's his best shot. Makes me wonder how him and Edie would interact. I don't know. I don't think she'd win, honestly.
Communications link established. Communications link established.
Oh.
Communications link established. Communications link established. Now uploading. Communications link established. Program now uploading. Connection lost.
I need ammo from one of y'all. I'll take that.
Calm down! I could make all this go away if you'll let me!
Please make it stop.
He wants to, but he doesn't know how. Understood. Oh, that destroyed the Geth in the room too. Interesting. So I guess since they're digital, it makes sense. They're real, but they are digital. Good Lord. You'd have to kill me.
Quiet.
You'd have to kill me.
Please, make it stop. Wait! Commander! I'm begging you. Don't do anything rash.
Rash? Like forcing your own brother into an experiment?
I know how this must look, but I never intended any harm to come to him. You must believe me. It's not like I planned this. It was an accident. Seeing David communicate with the Geth, it all seemed harmless.
And before you knew it, you were running your own private hell.
I had no choice. The demands were incredible. The elusive man doesn't broker failure. Any war we fight with the Geth will be bloody. I was asked to find a way to avoid that.
And that's fine until you started crossing certain lines, including the line of your little brother.
Who gave you the right to play God?
People who are too afraid to make difficult decisions themselves.
Grant
when they
that.
pray for a miracle, they're really praying for men like me to make the tough choices. If my work spares 1 million mothers mourning the loss of 1 million sons, my conscience will rest easy.
Oh, so the ends justify the means. They always do with people like that. And then you flip it, and somehow the ends don't justify the means anymore when you lose something.
Look at him. Your brother will never be the same.
The damage may not be permanent. He might recover some semblance of his mind.
That is very poor rationale.
Cerberus will never leave him alone. Your brother will always be a lab rat.
You're well cared for, lab rat. At least he'd still be alive.
So a gilded cage, huh? The lack of accountability that flows through you like water.
So you'll sacrifice your brother's happiness for your own ambition.
Square root of 906.01 equals
30.1. What I've done to David is unethical. If he dies, it's unforgivable. Let me take care of him. Please.
quiet. Please make it stop.
You might actually care to take care of him, but not here. Not with what Cerberus wants, not with what you need. Not here. And he's effectively proven himself to be the perfect device to achieve this goal, at least to an extent. As such, as stated, Cerberus will never leave him alone again. So even if your intentions are straight up, now, which more than likely they ain't, nah, I cannot trust this organization with such a thing here.
I've seen enough of your cruelty to know he'll never be free from it here. I'm taking him away.
No, leave him! He's too valuable!
You even think about coming after your brother, and this bullet will be waiting for you. Then we'll see who's valuable.
Where will you take him?
Grissom Academy. They can help special cases like David, minus the torture. Joker, contact the Academy and let them know we've got someone who needs their help.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The Illusive Man can fire me if he doesn't like it.
Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless.
Yep. When people want something, it always seems harmless, doesn't it? The Rogue VI was successfully shut down, but the test subject was taken to a non-Cerberus facility for care. While this is a considerable setback for Cerberus, Dr. Archer's research will be instrumental in devising a safer approach to controlling the Geth. I believe that, and in the end, it's knowledge that was gleaned from a very macabre place, and that should never have happened, but it happened, and the knowledge exists. You can wipe out that knowledge and act like it don't and try and make yourself feel better from standing on some moral high ground. But there ain't one. There truly ain't one. The best thing you can do is take the knowledge that was created and put it to better use. Do what you can to find methods that aren't horrible. The knowledge already exists. You wiping it out effectively makes it seem like those people didn't sacrifice anything. They didn't lose anything. They were just never there to begin with. You do not have that right. Oh no. Been talking too long. Yeah, you do not have that right. There's a 10% upgrade to our health, 15,000 credits, and 2,000 palladium. You know, you see things like this, and while the Illusive Man didn't sanction that back half, it gives you better context when you think about the fact that I gave him the collector base. Dr. Archer's brother, from the Illusive Man. Shepard, I understand you've taken Dr. Archer's brother to Grissom Academy. I'm familiar with their work. It should be a good home for him. I don't condone Dr. Archer's actions, but they did provide a breakthrough we've been sorely lacking thus far. We'll likely never find another individual with David's unique talents. Though your decision is understandable, it has set our efforts to understand the Geth back several years. And I can respect the fact that it did. Two things can be true at once, but in this instance, kinda had to happen. Kinda had to happen. You know, I'm wondering. Never actually used that thing, the collector assault rifle. Figure I'll go ahead and just make it. Think I might try it out next mission. Some of these weapons I never got to try the first time around from playing Mass Effect 2. I didn't have them. Some are like pre-order stuff, like how you get that hoodie I could wear. That's a pre-order item. If remember, I think it was a pre-order item, or I think it might have been a backer item. I'm not sure. Wonder if he and Talia have anything to say.
Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Specify.
Well,
I've never encountered a Geth that had more than animal intelligence.
We are a unique hardware platform. Most mobile platforms can run up to 100 programs. This platform can run over 1,000 at once.
Well, there you go. He just said that. He's mini-Geth.
So Geth have to be networked to get enough computing power for intelligence.
Yes, the creators wrote Geth programs for specific tasks: construction, protection, domestic servitude. However, they allowed self-optimization. Early software builds discovered that multiple hardware platforms sharing resources were often more effective. As peer networks expanded, our cognition improved. Eventually, we woke up.
So let me see if I just heard this right. They wanted to avoid creating AI, but Talia herself said they were skirting the council's rules. And then he tells me, oh yeah, we were designed to learn. and self-improve. Self-improve. No, that was no way that was gonna pan out bad. Jesus.
So I'm talking to 1,000 programs, but not 1,000 personalities?
Each individual is equivalent to one of your virtual intelligence programs. Together, we form a single Gestalt intellect, what you refer to as Legion. As individual programs, we are no more than your software. Only when we share data do we become more.
Just checking up on something. It says in context of science fiction, Gestalt intelligence refers to a collective consciousness with multiple individual minds linked to a single unified intelligence. This unified mind can exhibit decision-making, problem-solving, and other cognitive abilities such as other cognitive abilities as a collective entity. So yeah, it more detailed breakdown. Gestalt intelligence applies that the individual minds within the group are not merely cooperating, but are essentially merged into a single overarching consciousness. And since they are effectively like a VI, but they're a different program, stands to reason each Geth will literally see from a different perspective on their own, while not even being sentient until they merge.
So Geth have to be networked to get enough computing power for intelligence.
Oh, we know that. I figured he was asking something else.
Our cognition improved.
You're more sophisticated than the average Geth.
Yes, we are a network within our own hardware, capable of operating alone. We are still connected to the greater network for data sharing.
How many other Geth are like you?
None. This platform was built to operate within organic space. This task was not suited for a network. Geth installed in mobile platforms always operate in networks. However, most Geth remain within server hubs.
Makes sense.
So you're in contact with the rest of the Geth right now?
Only when we require access to data not stored within this platform. If you want to convey a message to the Geth, we serve as a terminal.
Oh.
How many other Geth are like you?
Geth installed.
The hubs on Vermeer improve the performance of Geth near them. How do they work?
They are akin to organic cities. A hub can run millions of Geth in communion. If you destroyed them, it is likely the number of heretics you killed was much higher than you imagined.
So each mobile platform, we were destroying hundreds, potentially close to thousands. Interesting. which would have effectively been dampening the intelligence of all Geth around to a significant degree. I wonder if that's why usually, if you notice when we play this in the first game, when we fought Geth, they tend to do all that leaping around, but they did more of that the more we started to kill them. It's like their intelligence actually started to dip, so they started to get more aggressive. I might be just attributing it though to assumptions or something.
What kind of data do you share?
Program updates, logs of thought process, sensor recordings.
Legion is attempting to access the ship's FTL comm system. Shall I allow it through my firewalls?
That's completely out of nowhere. You think he would have said something about that? A little suspicious. But it's alright. We'll see.
Go ahead, Edie.
Our oldest log is timestamped from Creator Year 2463, third day of Voltash, waxing moon, roughly 327 years ago. The oldest audiovisual record dates from 15 years after that.
Damn, that was a speedy upload.
Are our networks secure, Edie? Legion had to go through you.
I have never interfaced with another machine intelligence. Legion is 1,000 voices talking at once. What it contacted was beyond my comprehension. A mind the size of a galactic arm.
How do you maintain stability without other minds to interact with?
I manage. Some minutes are more difficult than others.
I actually don't disagree with that, especially with her being the only AI on board, and the closest thing to such intelligence is effectively Morton. A galactic arm. In case you folks are confused, if you look at our galaxy and you notice those thick waves, those thick wave spirals and whatnot, those are the arms. As a matter of fact, if memory serves, our solar system is supposed to be near the edge of one of these arms.
Can you replay something for me?
Recording timestamped from Creator Year 2485, 18th day of Loonshao, new moon.
Mistress Hala Dama, unit has an inquiry.
What is it, 431?
Do these units have a soul?
Who taught you that word?
We learned it ourselves. It appears 216 times in the Scroll of Ancestors.
Only Quarians have souls. You're a mechanism.
At least she tried to answer it, but she was stupid enough not to see exactly what that question was. And in the end, y'all all fell for it. And in the end, one day, the Geth decided to make decisions. And in the end, one day, y'all made decisions. And here we all are, 300 years later, with the galaxy dealing with it.
Was that the first time a Geth asked if it had a soul?
No, it was the first time a creator became frightened when we asked.
Oh. They were blatantly stupid. Cool.
That's interesting, but I must get back to my duties.
We will remain here.
Oh, all right then.
Shepard, Commander.
Well, damn.
I have questions about the
Specify.
I'd like to ask about something. I'd like to find
We
out
are
more.
building a consent. Acknowledged.
I guess he's done. I don't know if that was it. I actually kind of figured I was done with Legion the last time we spoke. I don't know
What's
why I'm
this area?
surprised.
That's all for now.
I legitimately don't know why I'm
Logging you
surprised.
out, Shepard.
Okay, maybe Tali has something to say? It'd be interesting if she does, and especially since he didn't. Who in the hell? What the fuck?
I can't believe Gabby is gone. She didn't give up. She fought to the end.
You lived? What? Is this a glitch? I did not see him when I came in last episode. I was looking over there for a sort of moment of silence, and then just got the damn shock of the night.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics.
We haven't talked about
All
this?
that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
It's understandable when the decision you make is going to affect the entire fleet, potentially for centuries. It's kind of cold. It's one of those people busy talking aren't necessarily busy doing, but you can't really afford not to be talking to each other, more so than most civilizations. Literally everything you do is going to have effect. You better hope that clog in toilet C-33 on deck 115 doesn't work its way further down, somehow get into the engine core or something, since y'all ships are all hand-me-downs, repairs, refurbishes, and what was it Tally said in the first game? I have trouble sleeping on the Normandy because it's so quiet. If you know, in the fleet, the silence is the last thing you want to hear, is because something's broken, an air filter or an air scrubber or something.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits.
That too.
And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
That too, unfortunately. And that right there, the way she said it, I wonder if that's just because of who she is individually, because of who she is having traveled around the galaxy for a bit, or if that's how the Quarians just naturally are. They just don't like being in each other's business, but they kind of have to because of the suits and being on the fleet. Definitely deserved better than that, but at the same time, you weren't entirely innocent, but you're not exactly culpable either. You are, let me rephrase, you're not responsible, but you are partly culpable.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve,
Eh.
but my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work, but thanks for checking on me.
There you go, honestly. I mean, time to mourn would have been nice, but they still needed to figure out what was going on, so time to mourn was more of a luxury, unfortunately, but that's the reality.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus. They know how to build ships. I don't know if it can stand up to a collector attack.
We've already done that, dear.
I'm researching some ideas.
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this. Talk to you later.
Huh. That's weird. You think they definitely would have had something to say. Even if they didn't go on the mission, you think they would have something to say. Well, yeah, that was actually, I forgot that the DLC was, oh, well, I say it was shorter, but I think about it, it's been like 3 hours. So 3 hours worth of this DLC, so it does actually make sense of it being quote unquote short. But yeah, it's gonna be the end of episode 35 / the end of the Overlord DLC from Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Ladies and gentlemen, if any y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, just give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. Also my Discord. I gotta remember to be saying that. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.